Listen to me. This is not the soft whisper you can choose to overlook. This is not a gentle nudge you can push aside until it feels convenient. This is a voice that breaks through the noise, shatters the routine, and demands your full attention. It is I, Michael, and I need to talk to you, and it has to be now. Do not think you stumbled across these words by accident. Do not believe that this moment is random. There are no coincidences in the realm of heaven's timing. You are here because heaven itself has drawn you to this very moment, and I am sent to confront you. Not tomorrow. Not later. Now. You have ignored the whispers before. You have brushed off the signs. You have seen patterns that made you pause, but then you returned to your distractions as though nothing happened. Enough. I will not allow you to drift any longer. I will not let you treat this with casual indifference. If you dare ignore me now, you do not understand what is at stake. Do you realize who is speaking to you? I am not merely a voice of encouragement. I am not a fleeting dream that fades in the morning light. I am Michael, the warrior, the protector, the one who has stood at the gates of heaven and fought against darkness itself. My very presence is a declaration of urgency. When I speak, it is not to entertain you. It is to warn, to instruct, to shake you awake before it is too late. And you must hear me with the weight it deserves. There is no more time to delay. Think of how many times you've sensed something pulling at you, a thought, a warning, an inner alarm, and yet you silenced it. You called it coincidence. You convinced yourself it was just anxiety or imagination. But that was me. That was my hand tugging at your soul, trying to break through the veil of your distractions. And because you ignored it, dangers crept closer. Opportunities slipped away. Blessings stayed locked. If you keep ignoring me, I will grow angry. Not because I delight in wrath, but because your delay invites destruction. My anger is not against you. It is against the forces that want to steal, kill, and destroy what belongs to you. But if you choose stubbornness, if you continue to cover your ears, you make yourself an ally to the very forces I am trying to protect you from. That is why I am raising my voice. That is why I will not let you read these words casually. Imagine me standing before you, sword drawn, armor burning with light, my voice thundering through the walls of your excuses. That is how serious this is. That is how close the danger has come. I need you awake. I need you listening. And I need you ready to act. You may wonder, why now? Why not before? The truth is, warnings have already been sent. The signals have been laid before your eyes. The dreams, the interruptions, the inner knowing, you have already seen them. But now the urgency has reached its peak. The window is narrowing. The time to act is vanishing. If you wait any longer, what could be saved will be lost. Hear me. I am not here to comfort you into complacency. I am here to shake you into clarity. You may feel the tension in your chest as you read this. That is no accident. That is me pressing against your spirit, breaking through layers of denial. You feel the fire because the message is alive. It is a summons, a command, a line drawn in the sand. This is your moment. Heaven is watching. The future is bending. And my voice is calling. Do not ignore me. Do not delay. For if you turn away, if you treat this as nothing, you will regret it. And I will not remain silent. Oh, you must understand something. I do not come without reason. My presence in your life is not random, and my voice does not rise unless the hour demands it. I am Michael, commander of heaven's armies, defender of what is righteous, protector of those appointed for destiny. My mission has always been clear, to stand between light and darkness, to guard the ones chosen, and to fight for what has been written over your life before the foundations of the earth. But hear me carefully. My mission is not just universal, it is personal. I have been assigned to you. Yes, you. Do not look to the left or the right, imagining that my words are meant for someone else. This is not for your neighbor, not for your friend, not for your family. It is for you. Your name has been spoken in the courts of heaven, and my orders have been given. I am to speak, and you are to listen. There are windows in time that cannot be ignored. Appointed moments when choices decide the trajectory of an entire destiny. You are standing in one of those moments. That is why I must speak now. For too long, the enemy has been circling you. He has been whispering lies, planting doubt, building traps. He has studied your weaknesses and exploited your distractions. He has woven obstacles around you so thickly that you hardly see how entangled you are. And yet, heaven has not abandoned you. I have been watching, intervening, blocking attacks that you never even saw. You think you survived on luck or chance, but it was my hand, my sword, my shield. Still, there comes a time when my silent protection is not enough. There comes a moment when I must step forward, declare myself, and speak directly to you. That moment is now. Why? Because the danger is no longer subtle. The schemes are no longer distant. The traps are no longer being prepared, they are ready. You are on the edge of a decision, a path, a door. If you walk blindly, you will fall. If you keep ignoring the alarms, you will lose what cannot be replaced. That is why my voice is urgent, sharp, and impossible to ignore. My mission is layered, and you must grasp each layer clearly. 1. To protect what belongs to you. There are blessings, opportunities, and inheritances with your name inscribed upon them. But they are under attack. Forces of envy, greed, deception, and fear are circling them. My mission is to guard what belongs to you until you are ready to claim it. But here is the truth, I cannot claim it for you. I can shield it, I can guard it, but only you can step forward and take it. That is why you must wake up, because the longer you remain passive, the harder it becomes to protect what is already yours. 2. To confront the forces that stand against you. Do you think the struggles in your life are random? The betrayals, the sudden losses, the endless delays? They are not accidents. They are battles. Behind them are forces that want to drain your faith, weaken your resolve, and keep you small. My mission is to fight those forces, to push them back, to ensure they do not devour you. But know this, I fight best when you stand with me. When you pray, when you believe, when you take action, you strengthen my hand in battle. When you ignore me, you tie it. 3. To deliver heaven's warnings and instructions. I do not only fight, I speak. My mission is not only to protect but to warn, to instruct, to point the way. When danger lies ahead, I sound the alarm. When a door is about to open, I call you to be ready. When silence is deadly, I raise my voice. And right now, I am shouting because the season demands your full attention. 4. To stir you into action. Heaven does not call you to be a passive spectator of your life. You are not meant to drift, waiting for everything to fall into place. You are meant to act, to decide, to claim. My mission includes waking you from your slumber, shaking you out of complacency, and driving you to the place where your destiny aligns with heaven's plan. Now you see why I cannot stay silent. Now you understand why I sound fierce, why I warn you not to ignore me. Because ignoring me is not harmless. When you dismiss my voice, you step into the very traps I am trying to keep you from. When you delay your obedience, you invite losses that cannot be recovered. Do you think I speak this way because I enjoy sounding harsh? No. My voice carries thunder because the time is short. My warnings cut deep because the danger is near. If I speak softly, you will drift again. If I whisper, you will excuse it as your own thoughts. So I roar, because you need to be shaken. Perhaps you ask, why me? Why is Michael speaking to me so directly? The answer is simple, because you matter more than you realize. Your life is not ordinary. Your destiny is not trivial. There are lives tied to yours, generations linked to your obedience. If you fail, others fall. If you delay, others suffer. That is why my mission includes you specifically. Heaven sees you as critical, and hell knows it. That is why the battle has been so fierce. My mission requires your cooperation. I can fight for you, but I cannot make your choices. I can warn you, but I cannot force you to listen. I can shield you for a season, but I cannot protect you from the consequences of deliberate ignorance. That is why I am saying it again. You must listen, and you must listen now. The nature of my mission is protection, confrontation, revelation, and awakening. And the timing of my mission is this very moment. Not tomorrow. Not later. Now. This is why I am here. This is why I will not let you ignore me. And this is why, if you try, you will feel the fire of my anger, not because I despise you, but because I love you enough to fight for you until you awaken. Do not think that my voice arriving now is the first time I have tried to speak to you. I have been knocking at the doors of your life for months, or perhaps years. I have whispered, nudged, interrupted, and sent signals through ways that you may have ignored. But make no mistake, the signs have always been there. The question is whether you have seen them, heard them, and understood them. 1. Dreams that did not make sense. Have you ever woken from a dream, heart racing, unsure why it felt so vivid, so urgent? Perhaps you dismissed it as imagination, as random thoughts swirling in your mind. That was me. I have tried to deliver messages through dreams, visions that seemed confusing or symbolic, but contained precise guidance for your life. Remember the times you dreamed of doors, houses, or paths, but they seemed unclear? I was showing you the way, pointing to choices that required your attention. Dreams are often the first method I use, because the subconscious mind is more receptive than the distracted conscious mind. 2. Unexplainable interruptions. Have there been moments when events suddenly stopped you, slowed you down, or rerouted your plans? Times when a call, a meeting, or a coincidence forced you to pause. These interruptions were not random. I am the one orchestrating circumstances, nudging you, forcing reflection. Perhaps you were rushing into a decision, about to make a mistake, when something came up that prevented it. Perhaps a person arrived unexpectedly, or an email appeared at the exact moment you needed clarity. These are my interventions. They are my voice moving in the physical world, ensuring you have a chance to listen before it is too late. 3. Repeated warnings in everyday life. How many times have you seen the same number, the same symbol, or the same phrase over and over? Repetition is a language I use. If something is repeated in your life, it is no accident. Patterns, synchronicities, and recurring events are my way of saying, pay attention. This matters. Perhaps it was a verse from scripture, a song lyric, a conversation overheard. Perhaps it was a feeling, a chill, or a sense that something was not right. These signs are my fingerprints. They are not coincidences, they are divine nudges meant to pierce your everyday distractions. 4. Sudden urges and intuitive pulls. Have you felt sudden, unexplainable urges to act, to call someone, to pray, or to investigate something? That is me. Sometimes the signal is internal, a pressure on your spirit that seems to make no logical sense. You may have dismissed it as random thought, but it was a call to action, an attempt to align your choices with what heaven intended. 5. People sent with messages. Do not ignore the people who have appeared in your life with timing so precise it could not have been accidental. Friends, strangers, or mentors have been vessels for my message. Perhaps someone said something that triggered a memory, a realization, or a feeling of urgency. Perhaps a word of caution, a story, or even a challenge was sent to alert you to what you must see. These people are my messengers in the physical realm, placed strategically to break through the walls of your ignorance. 6. A persistent inner alarm. Above all, there has been a persistent voice within you, a tension, a feeling, a warning that something is off or that something is coming. You may have ignored it, rationalized it, or prayed to quiet it. That inner alarm is my constant presence. It is the fire of urgency within your spirit. When you dismiss it, the danger grows. When you obey it, the path clears. 7. Signs ignored become danger. Understand this clearly. Ignoring the signs is dangerous. Every whisper dismissed, every intuition doubted, every warning overlooked strengthens the enemy's hold and weakens your position. I have given you repeated opportunities. I have painted your life with signals, nudges, and alignments so precise that missing them was not by chance, it was a choice. This is why I am angry. Not in the way a human grows frustrated, but in the way heaven itself reacts when a life is delayed from its destiny. When you ignore repeated signals, you allow harm, loss, and delay to creep in. Opportunities close. Blessings are stolen. Paths become blocked. 8. The purpose of these signs. Each sign, each whisper, each nudge is a call to vigilance, courage, and action. They are meant to awaken you to the reality that your life is not random, that your decisions matter, and that divine forces are actively working in and around you. They are the repeated taps at your door before the full announcement, the moment you cannot ignore. I have tried to speak to you in ways you could receive without fear. I have tried to guide you gently. But now, the time has escalated. The repeated signs were warnings. And because you have ignored them, I must speak loudly, directly, and without compromise. Do not make the mistake of thinking you have not been warned. The signs have been there. You have felt them. You have brushed them aside. But now the call is unmistakable. The message is urgent. And your response is no longer optional. Even though I, Michael, have tried to reach you repeatedly, you have not always listened. Why? There are obstacles, barriers that have kept my voice from breaking fully into your awareness. These obstacles are real, powerful, and often subtle, yet they are not stronger than your willingness to hear me now. 1. Distraction and busyness. The most common obstacle is distraction. Life is loud. Responsibilities pile up. The noise of the world, work, social media, obligations, drowns out the spiritual signals meant to guide you. You tell yourself you will listen later, but later never comes. These distractions give a false sense of control, while time slips away and opportunities close without your noticing. 2. Doubt and disbelief. Another barrier is doubt. You question what you hear in dreams, what you sense in your spirit, and even what you read in moments like this. Maybe it's just my imagination, you think. Maybe this is coincidence. Doubt keeps you passive. It chains your perception and convinces you that urgent warnings are optional rather than critical. 3. Fear of consequences. Fear has a powerful way of silencing you. You may sense my call but hesitate, worried about what others will think, what conflicts may arise, or what changes may come. Fear convinces you to retreat into safety, even though that safety is temporary and false. The enemy thrives on fear because it keeps you from claiming your protection and destiny. 4. Manipulation or misinformation. There are also forces, human or spiritual, that actively try to cloud your understanding. Lies, half-truths, or misleading counsel have been used to convince you that my messages are unnecessary or irrelevant. This manipulation works to delay your obedience, prolong your exposure to danger, and keep blessings from being claimed. 5. Spiritual blindness or resistance. Finally, resistance within your own spirit can stop you from hearing me. Pride, stubbornness, and refusal to submit to divine guidance create walls around your awareness. Even when I shout, if your heart resists, the words bounce off as noise instead of revelation. Understand this clearly. These obstacles are real, but they are not undefeatable. Awareness is the first step. Courage, humility, and obedience break through every barrier. Once you recognize what has blocked your attention, you can take the necessary steps to listen fully, act decisively, and align yourself with the path that has been prepared for you. The time of ignoring is over. The obstacles that once held you are crumbling. Now, the choice is yours. Will you listen and respond, or continue in delay? Now that you have heard my voice, now that you recognize the signs and understand the obstacles that have kept you from listening, it is time to act. This is no longer a suggestion, it is a command from heaven. The way you respond now will determine whether you claim protection, blessing, and destiny, or continue in delay and vulnerability. 1. Acknowledge the call. The first step is simple but vital. Acknowledge that you are being called. Admit to yourself that this message is real. Stop rationalizing or dismissing it. Say out loud, I hear you, Michael. I am listening. I will not ignore this. Recognition is the seed from which action grows. 2. Pray with focus and intention. Prayer is your first tool in responding. Call upon me and the armies of heaven for guidance, protection, and clarity. Pray specifically, show me what I need to see. Reveal the hidden threats. Give me courage to act. Prayer aligns your spirit with heaven, sharpening your perception and strengthening your resolve. 3. Act with courage. Acknowledgement and prayer must be followed by action. Take practical steps to confront the truths revealed to you. Investigate, inquire, and face the realities you have avoided. Courage is the bridge between warning and fulfillment. Hesitation allows danger to grow. 4. Guard against discouragement and fear. As you act, you will face resistance, inner fear, external opposition, or sudden setbacks. These are tests, not signs to retreat. Stand firm, grounded in faith and clarity. Remember, I am fighting alongside you, but you must step forward to claim victory. 5. Commit to obedience and vigilance. Finally, commit fully to obedience. This is not a one-time response, it is a lifestyle of attentiveness to divine guidance. Stay alert to the ongoing signs, nudges, and warnings. Do not return to old habits of ignoring or rationalizing. Vigilance ensures that what you claim today remains yours tomorrow. Understand this, failing to respond is not neutral. Every moment of delay is a moment lost to the enemy, a moment that could jeopardize your safety, your blessings, or your destiny. Respond now, decisively, and without reservation. The call is urgent. The timing is critical. You cannot afford hesitation. Stand, act, and claim what heaven has prepared. Your response today shapes everything that follows. Listen carefully, for this is your final warning. I have spoken through signs, nudges, interruptions, dreams, and inner alarms. I have revealed the obstacles that have held you back. I have explained how to respond. Now, the time for listening is over. The time for action has arrived. Do not ignore me. Do not think you can delay. This is not a gentle invitation, it is an urgent command. If you continue to procrastinate, if you continue to rationalize, if you continue to dismiss the warnings, you are risking what cannot be replaced. Opportunities will vanish. Blessings will be stolen. Danger will creep closer unnoticed. The forces that want to harm, mislead, or destroy your destiny are patient, but they are not infinite. Their patience has limits, and your delay shortens those limits. Hear me clearly. I am Michael. I am not a messenger to be treated lightly. I do not speak for entertainment or curiosity. I speak because your life, your calling, and your destiny hang in the balance. My voice is a sword, a shield, and a beacon all at once. It cuts through deception, protects what is yours, and lights the path that must be walked. When you hear me and fail to act, you provoke the very urgency of my presence. You awaken my intensity, because heaven does not delay in protecting what is promised. The call is now. Stand up. Take action. Investigate what must be investigated. Confront what must be confronted. Claim what has already been written over your life. Every hesitation, every ignored sign, every moment of doubt only empowers the forces that work against you. Courage, obedience, and decisiveness are the keys. Use them. Do not wait for another warning. Do not wait for a clearer sign. The hour is now, and the moment is yours to seize. Protect yourself, secure your path, and refuse to be passive any longer. Ask the hard questions, face the uncomfortable truths, and trust the guidance that I provide. Understand this. My urgency is not born of anger toward you, but of love and necessity. The stakes are too high, and the consequences of inaction are too great. The life that has been prepared for you, the calling, the destiny, the protection, cannot reach its full expression without your cooperation. Take a deep breath. Steady your heart. Prepare your spirit. Then act without hesitation. Claim what is yours. Step into the fullness of your calling. Do not delay, for every second counts. Your destiny is calling. The signs have been given. The warnings have been sounded. Now, rise, listen, and obey. I am Michael. I have spoken. Do not make me repeat myself. Do not provoke my intensity further. The time is now. Act. Claim. Live.